What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This week we're talking about why generational wealth is a bullsh idea, okay? And why it's keeping you broke. So, as I was doing my research this week on wealth and all things invested in finance, a recurring theme I kept seeing on different content creators' pages, and it's this theme I think was born out of the pandemic, to be honest with you, and it's this idea of generational wealth. Well, let's get into what generational wealth is. I can't tell you, I don't have generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? Nobody in the previous generations before me and my family and my bloodline had generational wealth. Nobody inherited anything. Nobody received any extra heads up or leg up financially, according to my bloodline. And the truth of the matter is, according to Ramsey Solutions, that cat Dave Ramsey, he the guru of getting out of debt and getting your money right. And he did a study of over 10,000 millionaires, and he discovered that less than 21% of millionaires inherited any form of money from family members. And that his study revealed that 79% of millionaires in the United States are self-made first generation millionaires. And so you got to ask yourself, America is a construct that's been around in excess of over since the 1700s. And so here we are in 2023, and there's the rare families, the Rockefellers, the Vanderbilts. There's a few wealthy families that's been around for ages. But the truth of the matter is, the majority of wealth is created by that one family member that decided to do something different from the previous generation. And that wealth is made during the first generation. And in that study by Dave Ramsey, he says the average inheritance is actually $55,000 for those millionaires that did inherit any type of money. And I want to say it was less than 3% that actually received in excess of $100,000 in inheritance. But the majority, 79% of millionaires, are self-made first generation millionaires. And so, you got these content creators just like, hey, generational wealth is what your focus should be. Let me tell you where your focus should be at. Your focus in 2023 should be taking care of today's cash flow needs before you trying to build tomorrow's generational empires. Because understand something. There are fundamental principles to building any type of wealth, to building any type of successful habit. And all wealth is you developing the skill sets that allows you to manage money in such a way that you have an abundance that exceeds your lifestyle, so that you actually have enough money to give you the time freedom to enjoy your family, live the lifestyle of your choice. And it's no particular amount. It could be $1 million. It could be $10 million. For you, it might be $250,000. But here, understand something. I want to make sure that if you haven't heard, I want to say a study came out in 2023 that spoke to the effect that 68% of Americans can't put their hands on $1,000 cash for an emergency. That's just cash now. We're not talking about, having access to credit, but 68 or 7 out of 10 working Americans cannot put their hand on $1,000 cash for an out of the blue emergency that may occur. So understand something. When you have this idea of generational wealth, but the majority of the working public, your peers, your co-workers, your friends, your families, 7 out of 10 of them can't put their hands on $1,000 cash. Do you think they give two about generational wealth? And here's the thing. Even if somebody in their bloodline had generational wealth, they clearly were doing something that the rest of the family wasn't doing. And if they blessed the family members in their passing and included them in their wills and blessed them with some inheritance, what you think they're going to do with it? I'm going to tell you what they're going to do with it. The majority of people that inherit money take on a lottery mentality. What's a lottery mentality? You didn't earn the money. You simply got blessed with the opportunity coming to a lump sum. And guess what the money's going to do? It's going to come to you. It's going to realize that you are not equipped to manage me the way I need to be managed. So it's going to leave you. Ultimately, it's going to leave you, because all money does is magnify who you are at the time that you receive it. That's all money does. They say money changes people. No, it doesn't. It just makes them more of who they already are. But I'm going to tell you, excess money comes my way, it's going to change me all right. It changed my address. It changed the cars I drive. It changed the clothes I wear, because the money never made me. I've always made the money. And now I'm at a place now where that I hear people say that, hey, D, money's not the most important thing. And I say, you know what? You're absolutely right. It's not. But for the purpose that money serves in our lives, it's right up there with oxygen. Tell me how long you can go without money or oxygen and get back to me on how important money is in the purpose that it serves in our lives. And so what I want to leave you with this week, I'm going to give you 3 ways to actually start today to start building wealth for your life. Not based on somebody talking about generational wealth, not somebody talking about you need millions, or if you this age, you should have this much. And if you've been working this long, you should have this much in retirement. Listen, understand something. One of my dear friends / mentors, a cat named Gerald Peter, says, man, I'm never retiring. You know why? And I agree. I'm never retiring either, because kings don't retire. When the last time a king retired? It doesn't happen. Lions don't retire. You know what I'm saying? Silverback gorillas don't retire. Warren Buffett didn't retire, has not. The man's 92 years old and worth $150 billion. Society would have you think you need to go about your life in a certain way. If you're doing what you love and finding a way to provide value to the world by serving your fellow friends, family, and citizens, hey, why stop doing that? And so I discovered 3 things that will put you on your way to building wealth in your life. And they're really quite simple. First and foremost, reduce your expenses. Okay? Now, this takes that you have some money coming in, but based on the money you have coming in, reduce your expenses. Get your arms, get a grip on what your monthly expenses are, and put a cap on them, lock in on them. Second way you can get wealthy or start building wealth is increase your income. If you're making X amount of dollars, find a way to make Y, because once you got a lock on those expenses and you increasing your income, you start to create that separation between what you need for your lifestyle and what you have coming in based off your income. But the fastest, most powerful way that you can start building your wealth today is to do both of them simultaneously. Reduce your expenses as much as you can. You can't get them to zero, but get them down as low as you can, and never stop increasing your income. You do both of those things at the same time, you'll find yourself with excess capital that then you can now take a portion of and educate yourself on how to invest it and become an allocator of capital and an investor of capital, so that at some point you'll have more than enough. and you can start to teach the lessons you've learned to the next generation in hopes of them potentially being first generation millionaires of their own bloodline. Hey, YouTube, I appreciate y'all rocking with me this week. Do me a favor, hit that like button. If you found anything useful in this, drop a comment in the comment section if you would too. Just some feedback, what you thought about what I shared this week. And subscribe and hit that notification button and share this with a few friends and family. In the meantime, I look forward to getting back with you all next week. Peace.